Okay, I want us to talk about under 20 camp. If you haven't heard, I mean, 30 players have been called up to camp in Abuja for the upcoming doubleheader against Egypt. I'm not going to read through the 30 names, but interestingly enough, I got official information from close sources that two UK born players. Somebody in the last show, somebody in our comment said I should stop calling them foreign born. That it
Yeah,
sounds somehow.
yeah.
So I said
Legendary
two.
Mr.
They always say, "Oh, call them foreign raised, call them abroad raised." No, before say foreign born sounds. I don't know, Sha. But two UK born players were selected and have been invited to this camp. Those players go by the names Dubem Eze and Abube Onuchukwu. They are both young players. Abube Onuchukwu is 19 years old. He plays for Ipswich Town under 21. He joined them from Aston Villa's youth team. And then Dubem Eze is also 19 years old. He plays for Churley on loan from Bolton Wanderers. Um, Dubem is an attacking midfielder, can also play on the flank if need be. And Abube Onuchukwu is a center midfielder. So these are two 19-year-old boys who play in the United Kingdom, were born and raised in the United Kingdom, but have now been invited to be a part of this camp. Their name is not part of the 30-man list that you would see, but I know that I've seen their invitation letters. I know that they have officially been invited for this camp. They are not going to join the camp in Abuja. They are going to join the team in Egypt when it is time. Um, Let me now just get into it. Before people start saying, oh, are we actually being serious about tapping into this young talent early, etc.? Don't get it twisted. This was not the work of the NFF. This was the work of the players' representatives.
Hmm.
These players are passionate about playing for Nigeria, even though they were born and raised in the UK. They really want to be Nigerians, both in terms of their real life and in terms of their football identity. And they really, really pushed to be part of this squad. The NFF essentially told them that this is a trial for them. So they're asking them to come to Egypt to try and see if they can be part of the team. I can see someone here is saying UK players no be arm. You don't know those players. That's the reality. John Jones, I am 100% sure that you have never watched them play. You're just talking because maybe you like somebody else. But that's not the cocoa of the hour for today. Um, these players have essentially been called up to trial with the team, and hopefully they can be part of the team moving forward. But here's the gag. I know that I've heard from other player representatives that some foreign born players have allegedly been asked to pay between $5,000 to $8,000 per player
Hmm.
to be called up to Nigeria's youth national team. This is what player representatives have told me. They said, again, I'm saying allegedly, maybe person no go sue me, but they were asked to pay between $5,000 to $8,000 per player if they want their player to be part of the Nigerian youth teams.
Hmm.
That is absolutely crazy to me. The fact that we talk about these foreign born players. Oh, why is it when they get old that they finally remember us? Why is it that they don't care about us until they start to blow? Now, imagine if a player has tried to play for Nigeria under 17 or has tried to play for Nigeria under 20, and one coach or one administrator somewhere is asking him to drop $8,000, asking him to drop $5,000. Then maybe things now go well for him in his career. He's now a star in Premier League or a star in somewhere. Would like can you truly now blame that player for not wanting to come back and represent us if England is calling him, or if France is calling him, or if Spain is calling him, or any other country in the world? The way we do things, man. When I heard this from not one, not two, multiple player representatives, it blew. I was, it's one of those things that shocked but not surprised. It's not like, oh, oh, how can it be happening? Things like that. But at the same time, it's just when you hear it from people that have experienced it firsthand, it shocks you. These two players that have been invited for this trial in Egypt, I'm not even going to get into details of how they got in. They didn't pay. Don't get me wrong, they didn't pay, but they only got in because they know people that have more power than the coach, even. And that's how they were able to say, okay, you know what, we would actually just give you a chance. Just come. We won't officially put you in the list though, but just come and see how you can perform. And even that just come, from what I gather, now them go pay their flight ticket, or now them go sort everything out. But it's just because they are so passionate about representing Nigeria that they are saying, you know what, we will come. We will come. Let's try to show ourselves. They are not even claiming that they're better than anybody else. They just want a fair chance. And to get this chance for these foreign born players is so hard. But then, if that player, when he's 25, now doesn't want to play for us, we will now come and be insulting the player, say, oh, they're not patriotic. Oh, they rather go and slave for England. They rather do this, they rather do that. It's crazy, but that's what's happening. Smidlai, do you want to say something about this?
Yes, I'm not surprised. When you told me this, I just say, the is just pregnant in me, because even calling up players like this, we have looked for a way to call up the who scouted. I don't know, maybe it's a trial for them, but the issue is this. I don't know. I don't know because a player that comes to mind out of them, after in my opinion, is Abube Onuchukwu. It was in Aston Villa initially, and he got a move to Ipswich Town under 21. He made his debut, against Cardiff City. He was hooked up at halftime. And also played a game he played the second game too. I think he has not been active since November last year. Playing for HB under 21. So, the last game he played, he came on in the 71st minute. He got a red card 10 minutes later. It's just, I know that he's a young player, but the issue is this. It's just so sad that there's no sanity a lot. Because if you are calling under 20 players, they should be professionals already, in my opinion. They should be list proper professionals. I saw the list of 30-man list. Academy player, Marvin this, Marvin that, Marvin this, academy. Well, some players even move from Premier League to academy. I've never heard of that kind of transfer before. So, in my opinion, I just think that we need to get it right, because under 20 now, there's no 17. 20 is now another way we can actually work getting talents in national team. But it's like we're not getting it right now. So, in my opinion, I just think that both foreign born, both local base, it should be based on merit. It should be based on those that deserve to be there. That is my opinion. And and I don't know the reason why Malvern FC will dominate in the national team once more. Then under 17, now under 20. I was reading he took them to Spain. They were doing scouting. Was it called showcase? 30, 50, 50 euro. And trying to sell them. I don't know, maybe you see them to sell though. One of them were saying news on the media, say he went to KPR. Where is KPR now?
Mm.
Chatagada. Where is KPR now? So all this noise and everything. I just hope that the NFF can just open their brain, and realize that football is more than what they are doing. They are looking at this thing to sell players. It's extremely bad. And I just hope that they can actually change. Imagine the best academy in Nigeria, beyond limits, there's no player there.
Mm.
It's sad.
Mm. Let me ask you, Smidlai, because you know this better than I do. Marvon or Marvelon FC, do
Mm-hmm.
we know any of their products that people will be aware of, that somebody that has gone on to do good things?
The guy that played at 20, Kwa Abdullah, it's called second goal against Argentina at the under 20 World Cup. He signed for Division 4 club in Spain. yeah. I mean, if you talk about achievement, it's part of his achievement. They have see this owner of Marvel has been taking players to Spain. Has been in Spain, doing showcase. Nobody got signs. Nobody. And that was no. So it's not. It's just like maybe his friends to the people in authority. They're just trying to. But there's no track record.
Mm.
There's no track record. He went to Valerio Cup. How many players did they sign in the Valerio Cup that they went to? How many players did they sign from them? Beyond the sign player, Ogodu FC signed sold players. How many players did they sell from Marvin?
Mm.
So we just these people they don't know how to run football. That's why I said that this Ibrahim Gusso is one of the worst NFF presidents I've ever seen. Under him, you see all these shenanigans happening. It's a shame on him.
And just to wrap up on under 20, our under 20 star boy, Daniel Bam Bam Bame, is in the squad once again.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, no longer of Yom Yom, now of Bayelsa United.
Mm-hmm.
Are you, Spinai, you've previously said in the past that you don't, players should not be repeating class. If you've played, they should be graduating and advancing. So how do you feel about Daniel Bame's inclusion in this team again?
No, he's. I know he's going to be included, in the team
Mm,
because he's playing under his father in Bayelsa United, so Adam Bozo, because that's his mentor.
mm,
So and he's not he's even been in and out of the team. So it's just another circle things. Going around circles. It was part of the team that won the Wafubi. We understand that he has won Wafubi twice now. Imagine. So repeating Wafubi, should just be champion of Wafubi. So, in my opinion, it's not a good news. It's not developing. He's still go and watch him. He still slide with his 2 foot up like this. In the normal VR situation, it's a red card. Doesn't know how to tackle. He doesn't. He's not tall enough to be a central defender. A lot of things just force him and force.
He can be a fullback now.
Even a fullback is not even performing well as a fullback. He knows himself that he doesn't deserve to be there. So I
Mm.
don't know the reason why. Is that this coach? I thought the coach is going to change things around, but this coach seems to be part of those that are doing the rubbish things in the NFF. And he will be forming integrity, he'll be granting interview like a vocabulary man, which is nothing. Nothing is there. It's just audio. In my opinion, it's just trying to another recipe for failure. They will go here now. They will sack him. Then that's the end of the road for him again.
No, but it's also very interesting that Bamei was the captain.
Yeah,
His mates have moved on, have
yeah,
played in Europe. Some of them
yeah.
have played even 2, 3 years in Europe.
Hmm.
They've established, some of them have even gotten transfer,
Yes.
and he was still trying to see how we can sell him. It's an interesting thing. I'm not trying to speak bad on anybody. I wish everybody all the very best. I want to see all the Nigerian players at the top. But I think that at some point, we need to stop using our national teams as a marketing tool. And it's unfortunate because this thing trickles down. I remember one time I was in a group with some football enthusiasts and some people there. And somebody was telling me that, what do you mean that as long as you can get your player into under 20, that's the best way to market them. That's the best way to do something, blah, 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 or under 17. And I'm just like, it is so bad that now people don't work on players anymore. People don't try to get players to be good. People don't try to, even agents, a lot of them are not trying to work hard for their players. All they want to do is no matter what I have to do, no matter who I have to rub hands with, no matter who I have to settle, if I can get my player into under 20 or under 17, then it's going to move abroad. And it has essentially become a marketing tool. It's no longer about development, it's no longer about success, it's just about who can we get into this place so that we can sell to Europe and everybody can eat a little bit out of it.
So even former Super Eagles coach Justin Eguavon said on Breeder FM, I said it earlier, said he wants under 17, under 20 coach because they know what it takes to be in that job. It's the biggest job
Hmm.
in Nigeria. I heard about the shenanigans that happened under the previous manager. So it's the biggest job. So somebody that has coached Super Eagles before is praying to coach under 20. Imagine trying to repeat. You want to repeat, go back. Eh? Before he got this job of technical director.
Hmm.
So, it's just they just look at it as a way to make the society. So it's a shame.
Hmm. Hmm. It is indeed a shame.